get that? Who would like to go first? Women first.
All right, thank you. Anyway,
Yeah.
is it working?
Yeah.
All right, so thank you. So the number one thing is that the big guys in the world, America, Australia, Ukraine, Russia, Brazil, they know the importance of corn. So like she had mentioned, corn is used for practically anything in the world, everything in the world. Corn is a sweetener, is a binder, high calorie and everything. So that's for corn, and then maybe other so for number one binder and the best for expensive is corn. The substitute for that is cassava. So anything about that is just about information awareness. I also play in livestock feed industry, right? So bulk of this maize produced in Nigeria is being used for feed. Let's say 50-50. So 50 is being used for 30 is being used for consumption, other is being used for industrial production, and then the other is being used for feed. Livestock feed for cassava, for cattle, for poultry and everything. So number one thing is to create awareness, right? Is to know that there is value in anything you are doing. Back in the days, our parents, so we say either medicine, law, or accounting to study, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I applied for pharmacy in Prepare, they gave me animal science. That's what we say. I applied for, they gave me. So I applied for, they gave me, and I was hesitant for my father. And I told my friend, he said, "Allow now, it's not bad. They made this, but still, you have to tell your father anyway. He sponsored this. You have to." And I called him over the phone. I told him, he was like, animal science. She agreed with me. I'm years. And then go ahead now. And that was all. And that's the beginning of my journey in agriculture. The fact is, we should stop this. What's it called? I forgot it. The downgrading of other courses. All right. Because when other countries, other nations, they produce for themselves first and then now export their excess. Unfortunately, Nigeria, go to Kano, go to Zamfara, they export to neighboring countries because they pay in dollars and they pay premium for that. But locally, we only have the ones produced somewhere in Benue, Niger, and those within the country. So we have to see the economic importance of maize. Unfortunately, again, we are importing maize for livestock feed steady. There are some places you go to buy maize for feed. We see imported from Australia, imported from. It's not even rebranded. It's legal. Like we see that this is imported. So we have to see the viability of the program or the need for anything we are doing, and from there now begin to invest as much as we can. So I listed the virtual realities. Now there are different ways of tourism, virtual reality, virtual reality, tourism, attraction. If you go to probably any hotel in Dubai, you want to go back again, right? Because of what has been invested in that. But unfortunately, our farmers in Nigeria, well, our government, she mentioned it. She has been to my farm before, celebrator. Bumi is more like that person. Alright, she's not detached from reality. She came all the way to Ekwe. After Ekwe, I think I'm going to Djibouti, just maybe 5 minutes drive to Djibouti. She came all the way. We shouldn't be detached from reality. You are wearing LV, you are wearing Gucci, you can't go to the farm, bro. Why are you? It's a matter of time. So we have to invest as much. So the reason why I'm saying that is because we are a government. On my farm, I will not tap federal government lights. Because their lights cannot power a bulb. And I'm using a 30 kVA generator. How will light that cannot power engines are using up 30 kVA consumption? So the point is, we are not investing in what will attract people to the farm. Go to a farm, my typical land to farm, I planted cucumber, good yield and everything, brought in a vehicle to come and transport from Ibadan to K2, and on going in, a typical case study, the vehicle broke down. On coming out, the vehicle broke down. I harvested 100 bags of cucumber. On getting to K2, it sold 33. I love the her. The same her I did. The guy now called now, all my balance. I say, which balance? I say, bro, we both lost in this business. So don't call my number again. You understand? No balance for you because we are going into the farm, you broke down, coming out, you broke down. Is that, see,
What they taught us in secondary school about agriculture, land, labor, capital, and is the same challenge we are still having till now. It's unfortunate. Our government's parastatals, they are the highest number of traveled people anywhere, any delegate in the world, they are the highest traveled. They go there, extra code, take girlfriends, and no solution. They should, I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's the truth. We can't continue like this forever. They have to arrest people like us for a while before they now say they have to be. We have to keep telling the truth. We can't see things are working there. The reason why I can go to, so a friend of mine packaged the tourism in France. He was saying, I think 10 million for the journey. I'm like, 10 million. If I have that 10 million, I'll probably invest in my farm and go and see a farm in France in 10 million naira. But the point is, the 10 million naira is worth it to go and see that farm because they have invested so much in that farm. You'll be happy to come. Go to ITA. Anybody who wants to enter ITA for tourism. ITA is funded by Bill and Melinda Gates, some other guys that have ulterior motives that you might not know, but I know. So the point is, they are investing so much so that you can come and see their nonsense. We that we have the best, we don't have anything to invest. Imagine spending almost 6 million on diesel. So it's just like, I'm sorry, I've taken too much, but I shouldn't continue like this.
Let's clap for Mr. Bamboy.
Okay, let me just add that when you said educational and all of that.
Yes.
Okay, so now, Jadisola is not here. I would have invited her to speak. Jadisola just completed her studies in LASU. And LASU had this entrepreneurship course where they do tourism. So you are learning it and you get a separate certificate for that. And before she finished, she started taking people on tours. And she found her own niche. She takes some primary schools and secondary schools. She takes them to museums around Lagos. And that's what she's been doing. She just finished her NYSC. And that's what she's been doing. She's been doing that. And she's also looking for farms. So with time, she will want to take these children even to some of these farms. Outside Nigeria, most schools, they take their students on tour to farms. They go and experience the farm. Some even take them to sleep overnight. They do 2 days on the farm. They say when you are coming, bring your rain boots. They take them to the farm, they feed chicken, they run after all the livestock, and these children enjoy it. Some of them can say, I want to become a farmer. Most of us, like you were saying, if you say you tell your parents to become a farmer, they'll say, is that what I send you to school to go and do? But if there is no farmer, all of us, we starve. So even when it comes to educational tourism, who knows maize, M-A-Z-E? This thing that we put, you have a starting point, you'll not be tracing to go to the end. Okay. So there is this association in UK called Maize. So what they do is a bunch of farmers, they come together. They now do competitions that each farmer will design a maize. So the person, I wish we had a screen, would have shown you the video. But if you registered, we will send you an email. They will do different designs. They will plant their corn from inception. They will design something with a computer and they will plant their maize like that. So when it is now grown, they'll start charging people money to say that if you run through the maize, the fastest person, you can start winning prizes. But they made their money. And it's fun. Everybody wants to run around. They can do it in form of a map. Some people even draw it in form of cartoon characters, saying you start from here, run through, and go to the other side. And those are some things that schools want to go. If you have a farm now that they said you can do a live maze, start from this point, the first person to get to the end. Everybody's running around, they are eating each other. It's this way, you are getting lost. And everything is well defined. They are looking at you on the screen, nobody is getting lost that they will not find you. There is a security camera inside the farm that is looking at you. If you get lost, they will come and find you. So these are some of the interactive things that we can actually practicalize as a nation.
Okay, so thank you. Anyway, the two speakers have already said part of the things I would have loved to say, but I will just go ahead and say it in my way. So educational. The three things I'll propose definitely will be virtual reality. That's becoming the way the younger people are enjoying things now. Farm tours, and then museums. Yeah. And I'll say why. If you go to the museum in Abeokuta, I didn't know there was a museum in Abeokuta until maybe like 6 years ago. And that's also a very huge problem. We have museums in the country that are so well stocked that we don't encourage people to go. Our children should learn from museums. Beyond going to the schools, they should go to the museums. There's there's a wealth of information in the museums. So the one in Abeokuta has a section, has a gallery that is devoted only to the crops of Nigeria. And it tells the history of the things we used to plant and export in the 60s, 70s. Imagine myself, an adult.
Wow.
When I was in school, we knew about all the peanut pyramids and all of that. It's all gone now. But if you go to the gallery in Abeokuta Museum, you will see it. It's a gallery on its own. As a matter, I think about the 3 or 4 galleries on the top of that museum is focused on agriculture.
And now jumping to, I love this. I love how you just came in now and talk about the media aspect. So the last question I have for you before I can ask our guests is this: what partnerships with media outlets, influencers, tourism boards can be established to maximize visibility of events like this, or agritourism, like Mr. Laulu has said? Mr. Belu?
I think it's very easy. Everybody, I think we live in a world now where we are so visually stimulated.
Yeah.
Audiovisual. Everybody's watching something on the screen. You are hearing video. You are hearing. There's no other way other than for the media, all the different branches of the media, to find a way to. You have to do all the work. Okay, you are the one that will have to reach out to the media to say, people. The media is the only institution that can help you project what you are doing, and I can see quite a few of them.
Yeah.
It can only get better. If the Nigerian population were to be able to encounter your I can imagine some people will see this festival, the news of this festival tomorrow or next week or next month. Will be like, oh, I wish I had been able. If I had known, I'll have attended.
So what you wanted to come for this for a long time. So
yes, yeah. So it's something that many people are going to be keen to be a part of. The media will have to play a role in that. And of course, you need to probably invest more in inviting more online platforms, because in addition to the text that they can write for you, they're also going to be able to say it in visuals, in video, in sound, in podcasting and all of that. So it's as easy, there's no...
We did a lot of PR. Yes, we've done our best to the best of our ability and our limited resources. We had over 1,000 registrations. But when it comes to events, when you get 1,000 registration, you look at maybe 10%, 20, 30% turn up rates. Some people just like to register for everything. They will register for everything. Some don't even know what it is. They then start sending us messages. Okay, I register for this thing. What is it about? So you now start answering 100 people saying, okay, this is what it's about. They will still not come, but they will waste your time. And I think we'll do more when it comes to PR. But all these people that wear projects, they will say they will not do it for you for free. So we are trying with our limited resources, but we'll keep trying. And what we'll do going forward, you also can help us. When you receive our emails, share it, invite your friends. And what we also want to do going forward is we're going to start early. As soon as we finish one edition, we start planning for the next edition so that we have time ahead. People can plan ahead and book ahead. So, see you next year.
My fear is just that, I noted it down and then I think I will start from what you said. I disguise my farm. I don't look like the owner because they will kidnap me. They have kidnapped, no jokes. No, this is not content, this is real. So they've kidnapped a lot of people.
wow.
On that area, on that axis. A lot of owners. Some owners have shut down, run away. I know a farmer that comes, whenever he comes, he spends at least 240K to come to the farm. Because of escorts, back and front, and then it's somewhere in the middle, guided. So, it's unfortunate. I was doing it before. Maybe you noticed. I have stopped because it's Naira and Kobo. I put in money. I need to see money. I'm not doing charity. I'm not funded by Bill and Melinda Gates. I'm doing my business. So, imagine that I've done several with, Landmark University. I know the vice chancellor.
Yeah.
Like 2 successive vice chancellors.
That's how we met.
Yeah. I've done several tourisms. Imagine that she said that people like to come for. Maybe this one is free, Abi. But for the program, for traveling, for accommodation, for feeding, you will cater for yourself because I'm not getting anything from it. I'll not even subsidize because of my relationship with the university and say discounted. People will not pay. I got over 24 registrations, maybe 30. They all turned up. Only one person paid. And because of integrity sake and everything, I still called my friend and said, maybe in an hour now, I'm doing this program, 100K. She will drop. And I did that for 3 or 4 times. And the last one of my friend, a one friend just said, Laulu, someone that wants to learn should pay for his learning now.
Yeah.
It might be silly, it might be, but it's a reality. How can I fund you to learn?
Yeah.
They do it. I mean, all my friends, they are amazing. Whenever I call them to say I have this program, they must have seen it on media and say, okay, I will support. And call them and say, I'm stranded. Alert, and I will take them. They will now be begging me, participant I did not pay you, that we should stay 1 or 2 more days. What are you
On
doing
whose
here?
budget?
On my budget.
And I've seen your work. This thing is discounted. It's very cheap. It's affordable if you want to learn.
I don't make profit from it. The cost of travel. So there was one, the typical one. I partnered with a farm. So Nigerian problem. I partnered with a farm to say I'm coming to your farm to come and learn because I've done livestock, done different things, landmark university, a good university like Ape Obala. Say I'm coming to your farm. He said, okay. Behind me, in my face, he printed another flyer that says it is free. I'm coming to your farm to say we are doing tourism on your farm. You went to design a program to say tour vans, agritourism, free. My own program, paid. And my program, we are coming to Ogun State. We are traveling from Lekki to Ogun State, or we meet at Ikeja ShopRite. Go to Ogun, I've priced the bus. I mean, 1 or 2 days, we're going to meet Obasanjo in person. I know him. In person, Baba, come and talk to us, so blah, blah, blah. Everything ready, Obasanjo library and everything. And the next thing, he printed free, I printed paid. People are now going for free. And eventually we met at Lekki Farm. There was a farm in Lekki by one of my friends. I said, okay, after doing the tourism, they now came to meet me. She now came to meet me and said, let's go to Oguna. I say,
On whose budget?
well, like, is it on whose bill? You said your own is free. See the turn up. Good for the record. Only one man paid. Elderly man. I went to meet him and said, Daddy, it might be no. This is what happened. Then I refunded him. And I said, thankfully, the house is just checkable or 100 naira bike. There was bike then. I took bike back to my house and said, me, I'm done. If you want to go to Ogun State, now safe journey. So, Nigerians are not ready for some stuff.
Sadly.
And the truth is, I could do it some years back, but now I can't even do it because of insecurity. Imagine going to school to say, give me your children. Let me take them on tour. Did not kidnap us. Will I be able to sleep? All my mentors, my father, my mother, they will know. So I can't again.
Okay, before I hand it over to him, I just want to add to that. You know, when we started, we spoke about a film show that we had in 2022, where somebody started a tomato business and he was knocking on people's doors saying that, I want you to plant tomatoes in your house. They didn't need land. Take a sack, put sand inside, pour seed inside, it's going to grow. And what did he start doing? This man started a company out of it. You will grow and eat your own tomato. The excess, they will come and collect it and go and sell. They will buy it from you and export it. So we as individuals, our joy next year is if we come here and maybe 10, 20 people say that after today's event, I started planting my own pepper. It will germinate. I started planting my own curry leaf. I started planting my own scent leaf inside the bucket. It could be in front of your house. You don't need a land. Those people, they didn't have lands. They were living in upstairs building like we have here. That place is the poor area of Spain. He didn't go to the posh Banana Island community. Take, for example, somebody takes it up and say, let's go to Mushi, let's go to Agege, and tell everybody, put pots in front of your house, let's plant. These people were planting on their rooftop, on their balconies. They were planting there, and they were making extra cash. So as individuals, we need to decide on our own that even if I don't have a land, I want to farm. I want my green area. And you will be able to pluck your own pepper. If you planted rodo in your house, you will have your rodo now. Okay, thank you, Mr.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. So, riding on that, I mean, I took note of 4 things. Number 1 thing is this, fundamental. We should be sincere with ourselves, all right? We should call out the government. It might sound funny. Now, there are private securities, all right? Even the normal security are securing the rich, leaving the vulnerable to anything to happen, all right? Like you said, I have more than 5 contacts on my phone that were kidnapped. My friends, I know them. There was one that was killed. I was after paying the ransom, huge ransom. It was killed. So the point is, we provide security for ourselves, escorts, blah blah blah. When you are overpowered, you are gone. So the point is, number one, who provides security? The government. We should call them out. See, being a party member, your leader is doing nonsense. You are supporting the person. You are the one killing us. You are the one. You get what I'm saying? When you have a leader, one of my friends asked me something. How can agriculture be better in Nigeria? Number one is government. There's no place in the world that government is not involved in agriculture and agriculture is thriving. Check
But
it.
now that government is not doing anything, what can we do?
What can we do? No. What can we do? I can't say, so for security, you can't secure yourself enough. And you can't do agriculture well without security. So maybe moving on, without the government, advocacy, as much as possible, and cluster farming. There's one under the bridge here in Oworo, Shoki farming. Farmers, they are farming in the community. Community farming, they are the security, they are the watchers, they are the ones, and they are doing really well. Ikorodu, I have a friend in Ikorodu, Protect the Zone, he's doing so well. Cluster farming, like 60 or 40 people are at the same time. They plant, they raise poultry and everything, and they get results. So rather than leave or maybe move too far from your farm, you can do community farming, a land around you, even like she said, vertical farming, indoor farming. If you plant anything in your house, it will grow. Rays of light and watering, it will germinate. Go and try it. All those are flower pots, everything like that. Plant seeds there. Plant your tomato. So cucumber that they are saying is a good substitute for tomato. I told them, or I tell them that, like I mentioned earlier, I plant cucumber. Cucumber is 70%, 80% water.
Yeah.
And it takes in the water, you feed it. We feed in our cucumber, our vegetables in Nigeria with chemicals.
Wow.
We have 4 chemicals for treating cucumber. Let me tell you. Fungicide, insecticide, herbicides, and I think I've forgotten the pesticide. All this goes into the plant every 2 days as we are planting. And as we are planting for the 3 months of harvest. Imagine that after probably fumigating your farm, you now have to harvest, and then you have just fumigated. You will harvest that same thing and take to the market to go and sell. What that person is eating is raw chemical,
Wow.
pure, nice chemical.
Wow.